Hi everyone, I'm Arglefump, and I am playing Kit Mystery Challenge. This is a video game starring Kit Kittredge, an American girl. She is the American girl who lived in the 1930s. There's a series of 6 books written about her by Valerie Tripp. I would recommend the books. I thought they were really good. And I was super excited when I heard they actually made a mystery game starring Kit. Mystery number 1 is the case of the chicken coop Quandary. So I'm guessing this means the game takes place somewhere around book number 4, because that's the book where the chicken coop is built. Aunt Millie comes to stay with the family for a while. She builds a chicken coop for them. And let me read the story here in my narrator voice. Welcome to the Kittredge boarding house, home to Kit Kittredge, a 9-year-old girl growing up during the Great Depression. After Kit's dad loses his business overnight, Kit's family takes in boarders to help make ends meet. Running the boarding house is a full-time job for Kit's family, and Kit helps out with the daily chores. Lately, however, the boarding house hasn't quite been business as usual. Mysterious things are happening. Someone left the chicken coop door unlocked. Mother's strand of pearls has gone missing, and a boarder is leaving early to get a secret job. Only Kit, the girl with the nose for news, can get to the bottom of each mystery. Yes, that's right. Kit wants to be a newspaper reporter when she grows up. She has a typewriter in her room and often writes pretend newspapers for fun. Summer makes chores a breeze. It's almost noon and I've just finished the last of them. Now all I need is an interesting scoop for my next newspaper. But that shouldn't be hard to find. There's always something exciting going on in my house now that it's full of boarders. Press a direction on the control pad to make Kit walk. Right on the touchscreen, you can tap an object or a person to interact with that object or person. Go ahead, explore Kit's attic. Yes, Kit lives in the attic now. When her family started taking in boarders, they forced her to live in the attic. It was very sad. She had to give up her room to the Howards. So I got my bat and ball when I went to my first Reds game. All right, that is the local baseball team. She's a big fan of baseball. The blankets and sleeping rolls are in storage for now. Alrighty, so let's check out her typewriter. I was talking about that earlier. So the movement in this game is a little weird. Like, this is me spinning in a circle, and you'll notice the camera just kind of jumps backwards, and it makes me dizzy. This is my old wooden desk. It's perfect for writing. This is where Aunt Millie sleeps. She's staying with us for the summer to help run the boarding house. Aunt Millie's pretty awesome. This is the trunk I keep all my dresses in. Tap the clothes trunk to change my outfit. Oh, change her outfit, huh? Wow, check out her outfits. Is it just me, or is she standing upside down from the ceiling? Like, what on earth is happening? Oh, hey, look, it's her outfit from the 5th book. Yeah, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and I bet this is the outfit from the 3rd book. The 3rd book, probably. Hey, I switched outfits. Hey, I'm not going to be wearing overalls all day long. There we go. I'll wear my Christmas outfit. I'll just wear my Christmas outfit. Since times are tough lately, I save all my money in this piggy bank. I hope to save enough to buy helpful things for my parents and the boarding house. Right, that's our piggy bank. We also have a map here. There's not much to this map. It shows we're in the attic. It's a 1-room area. You can't expect to see much. So go to the stairs to go downstairs. This is the upstairs hallway. Here I find the door to my attic bedroom, my old bedroom where Sterling and his mother sleep now, Mother and Dad's bedroom, and the rooms we use for boarders. So now the map is a bit more useful. It shows all of the rooms as well as the staircases that lead to other areas. It doesn't tell you which room is which, but it's easy enough to figure out. So this is the Howard's room. Hey, it's Sterling! Hi, Sterling! Hi there, kid. I'm just organizing my desk. What are you up to? I'm I'm looking for something exciting going on. Sorry, but unless you think neat stacks of paper are exciting, I don't think you'll find it here. Well, you know what I think's exciting? Grace the dog! Look at her! This is Grace. She's the clumsiest dog I've ever met. She's so cute and fun. Oh, oof, oof. I love Grace. She is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So let's see. This is an empty room. This used to be Charlie's room, but my parents fixed it up so we could take in a new boarder. It's empty now. Hopefully someone will live here soon. Wait, if the room's empty, why can't Charlie sleep in this room? You guys are gonna force him to live in the porch where there's an empty bedroom just waiting for him? Oh, poor Charlie. This room belongs to the two nurses, Miss Hart and Miss Finney. Oh, there's one of them. There's one of them now. Hello, Kit. Is it time for new bed sheets already? Hello, Miss Hart. Actually, tomorrow is sheets day. Right now, I'm just looking for something exciting to do. Oh, well, I don't think you'll find it here. I'm just doing some reading before my shift at the hospital begins. Okay, see you around then. Yeah, Kit is responsible for the laundry. Or some of the laundry. Alright, and she'll go downstairs. Check out the back side of the house. So, we have 4 rooms here. We have a dining room, we have a kitchen, we have the porch room where Charlie stays, and a living room. So let's check out the kitchen. I think Mother's here! Alright, let's talk to Mother. Hi, Mother. Anything interesting going on? I'm preparing lunch for the boarders, but other than that, not particularly. Well then, see you later, Mother. Yeah. It's kind of a boring way to start the game. It's just wandering around hoping to find somebody who has something interesting to talk about. And pretty much all the characters are saying, no, I don't have anything to say. Go away. This is our living room. When Uncle Hendrik fell and injured his wrist and ankle, he came here to stay with us. He's full of orders and is almost never in a good mood. Alright, so Uncle Hendrik is the worst. This guy is a huge jerk, and he's sort of like the main antagonist of Book 3 and Book 6. So this confuses me, right? Because Aunt Millie is staying with the Kittredges, that's Book 4. But Uncle Hendrik broke his wrist, that's Book 6. So this takes place during Book 6 and Book 4? I don't understand the timeline here. Hey, there you are. Did you take those letters to the newspaper yet? Yes, Uncle Hendrik. I delivered them myself this morning when I was selling eggs. Oh, and he doesn't have anything else to say? You again? What do you want? Nothing. I was just leaving. Just leaving. Yeah, Uncle Hendrik's kind of a jerk. Yeah, he is Mother's rich uncle. You know, he could have given the Kittredges money so the bank wouldn't steal their house, but he said no. He said no. He refused to help them out. And yet he still expects them to help him out when he breaks his ankle. This used to be a porch, but Dad turned it into another room so he could take in more boarders, and that happened in book number 2 of the Kit series. My brother Charlie stays here with Mr. Peck. Oh yeah! Alright, Mr. Peck, that's right, he's the musician. Hello, Mr. Peck. Anything exciting going on today? Not particularly, I'm afraid. Okay, see you around then! And here is Charlie! Charlie! Hiya, Charlie! What's going on with you today? Not much, just got done tidying up the room. I just finished my chores and now I'm looking for something exciting to do. Why don't you go to the backyard? I think I saw Dad heading that way. He must be doing something. Thanks, Charlie, I will. Charlie's pretty awesome. I really like Charlie. I wish there was more of him in the Kit books. He's kind of gone for the second half of the series. He goes to Montana, I believe? Yeah, he leaves for Montana, and then, well, obviously he's not home here in Cincinnati doing stuff because he's in Montana. So this is a chicken coop. Dad built the pen so the chickens could move around a bit. This old watering can is great for sprinkling the vegetable garden. And here's Dad. Hi, Dad. What's going on? I just got done rounding up all the chickens and getting them back into the coop.
Oh, you sound upset, Dad.
Someone seems to have left the latch unlocked and they all escaped. I managed to get 5 back in, but we used to have 6. It appears we've lost one.
Oh no! They lost one of their chickens!
I'm sorry, Kit. One of them must have escaped the yard. I know you like feeding the chickens and selling their eggs. Are you sure it wasn't you who left the latch open this morning?
Dad! Are you accusing me of negligence?
I'm positive, Dad. I closed at 9 o'clock this morning when Sterling and I collected eggs to sell. Well, since it's noon now, that means it happened sometime in the last 3 hours. I bet if anyone can figure out what happened, it's you, Kit.
I'm on the case, Dad.
Wait just a second there, Kit. You should keep your evidence and clues carefully organized as you investigate. A good detective is very neat and thorough, so she doesn't miss anything important. On the touchscreen, you have a bag that you can use to check out your current evidence.
That's a good idea. I'll keep all my evidence inside it.
Whenever you find new evidence, it's added to the evidence inventory. The button will flash and a sound will play to let you know. Like this. Just like that. You now have your very first pieces of evidence for this mystery.
Neat!
You should do 2 things first. Search the yard for clues and ask people around the house if they know anything about the chicken coop door. You'll uncover a lot of evidence to start working from. Good luck. I'll be around the house if you need me.
Thanks, Dad. I'll begin right now.
No, what the? Did the ground just disappear? What was that?
First things first, I should search the yard for clues. This is a pretty simple investigation. We just need to find some clues here. So, I'm too far away from the chicken coop. Let me get a little bit closer here. That's interesting. There's a whisker stuck in the latch. I'll keep it as evidence. While I'm collecting evidence, I can use L button and R button to look at things. Alrighty, so let's see. Now I'm looking at things closely. And then R button. We'll change between first-person view and third-person view, I think. The house keeps disappearing, which is very sad. Okay, so there are footprints on the ground. Their footprints are everywhere in this yard. The footprints are right over here. It's this little patch of dirt, I believe. Oh, looks like I can't examine them, but the footprints are in fact a clue. This is our garden hose. That is not a clue. Here is another clue. You can kind of see the pencil sticking out of the house. This pencil might be evidence. I'll hang on to it for now. I finished searching the yard now. Kit said that. That means we're done with investigating the yard, okay? Nothing else to check out in the yard. This is a basket for gathering vegetables. Dad built the pen so the chickens can move around a bit. We already knew that. And we can feed the chickens here. Time to feed the chickens! All done. Alrighty. Okay, so we have this mystery trying to figure out what happened to the chickens. Somebody left the gate open. Who did it? Why? This is not a mystery from one of the kid books. It was made up for the game. I think all the mysteries were made up for the game. Would have been cool if, like, each one of the 6 cases in this game was based on one of the 6 books, but they decided not to do that. That's not what they did. So here's Mrs. Howard, Sterling's mother. How's the gardening going today? Oh, it's all right. There isn't nearly as much sun as there ought to be for this time of year, and it's starting to show on my flowers. There's plenty of rain, though. That's too bad. Did you happen to see anyone near the chicken coop this morning? Our lock was left open and all the chickens escaped. No, I'm afraid not. I just got out here a few minutes ago. I came through the front door. I wanted to get a look at my trellis here on the side of the house and make sure the rain didn't damage the flowers. What do you think? The flowers on the trellis are lovely. I'll leave you to your gardening, Mrs. Howard. So Mrs. Howard is not a suspect. She has not even been in the backyard today. We are adding that to our list of evidence. And we can walk around a little bit. We have a neighbor here. Miss Amanda. Good day, kid.
Selling any eggs? No, not right now. I'm all out. Bye, Miss Amanda. I'm kind of surprised by that line of dialogue, actually, because Kit does not sell eggs in her neighborhood. That was a thing in book number 4. She started out selling eggs in her neighborhood, but people recognized her, and somebody's like, "You're that Kittredge girl, aren't you? You're selling eggs now?" And Kit was very ashamed and embarrassed and decided from now on she's going to sell eggs in a different neighborhood. Well, apparently Kit is no longer embarrassed to be selling eggs because both of her neighbors expect her to sell some eggs to them. Alrighty, so we cannot go to anywhere else in the game, unfortunately, but we have several streets here that connect to Kit's house. And later on in the game, when we go down these streets, we will reach various different areas. Here's the map. I mean, this map is not very useful. I don't know where I am standing. I don't know where any of the roads lead to. Actually, no, I'm sure that house in the middle must be the Kittredge house. That must be a bird's eye view of the Kittredge house. Okay. So now we get to go into the house and talk to every single person about the chicken coop. And we kind of already went around the house and talked to every single person, right? Because we asked everyone, "Hey, is anything exciting going on?" Well, we get to talk to all the characters again. I could use something to keep track of my current leads with. Charlie might have an old composition book he'd let me use. That's because Charlie was going to go to college before Dad lost his job and almost lost the house, and obviously they could not afford to send Charlie to college anymore. Hi, Charlie. Hey there, Squirt. You look busy. What are you up to? I'm trying to solve a mystery. The chicken coop door is left unlocked, and the chickens escaped. Do you know anything about it? Nope, wasn't me. I did notice the yard's full of footprints, though. The rain stopped around 8 this morning, right around the time we ate breakfast, so they must have been made after the rain stopped. Okay, so all the footprints were made after 8 o'clock. The rain also would have washed away footprints of anybody who was in the yard earlier than 8, so, you know, those footprints are a pretty good guide for who's actually been in the yard. Hey, you're right. I'll take a closer look at the footprints once I'm done asking everybody about the chicken coop. Oh, wait, one more thing. I have an old composition book you can use to keep track of your investigation's progress. Just click on the clue book icon. Oh, thanks, Charlie. That will help me remembering what leads I'm investigating. So you tap on it here. The clue book says we need to ask all of these characters. We need to ask everybody about the chicken coop door. We also have this, which is the evidence. So we don't have a whole lot of evidence yet. So we have one alibi, that's all. Let's see, chicken coop door found open at noon, but locked at 9. Footprints in yard. Other evidence is a whisker and a pencil. And then we just have a general inventory. So let's talk to Mr. Peck about the chickens. Hey, Mr. Peck. Hi, Mr. Peck. Hello there, Kit. What can I do for you? I was just wondering if maybe you saw anybody in the yard this morning because you basically live on the porch. Ah, a little mystery, huh? Well, I'm afraid I saw nothing since I've been inside all morning organizing my sheet music. I'm almost finally done. With the first pile, of course. Thank you, Mr. Peck. Sounds like he isn't a suspect if he was inside all morning. Although if he is guilty, he probably is lying about what he was doing all morning, right? Of course, why would he let one of the chickens escape? That seems like a weird thing for him to do. Let's talk to Mother and Father. Mother and Dad. Have you fed the chickens, kids? Oh, thanks for reminding me, Dad. I did that like 5 minutes ago. Mother, did you hear about the chickens getting out of the coop? Yes, I noticed them walking all over our nice garden. That's when I called your father and sent him out there to round up the chickens. One of the chickens escaped. We only have 5 now. I want to figure out who let that the latch open. I've only been out there once, and it was at 6:30 this morning to collect eggs to serve with breakfast. I made sure I closed the latch, since it was raining dreadfully hard, and I wanted to make sure the chickens didn't get soaked. I see. Now, Kit, I don't want you bothering everyone with this little mystery of yours. You can ask people if they know anything, but don't accuse anyone of anything until you're sure you've got the right person. If you think you know who did it, you should tap solve mode! Yes, we'll do that at the end of the mystery. We won't be doing that now. I'm not going to accuse anybody here at the start. Alright, anybody in here? It's kind of hard to turn around in this room. Ah! Okay, let's just hope nobody was in there, because I really couldn't see anything. Let's talk to Uncle Hendrik. What will Uncle Hendrik do? You! What's the capital of Illinois? Springfield, Uncle Hendrik. You answered much too slowly. What do you want? I know you don't get around much with your broken ankle, but... Get to the point. Do you know anything about the chicken coop door being left open? No, I can't even see the backyard from here. I hope all those noisy chickens got away. They're not fit for the city. At least the rain finally stopped. It kept me up all night long. Thank you, Uncle Hendrik. Uncle Hendrik's bad enough when he's well, but with that broken ankle and wrist of his, he's 10 times worse. I won't even remind him of what rain sounds like when you sleep in the attic like me, instead of a nice regular bedroom like he has. What bedroom is Uncle Hendrik staying in? Yeah, is he staying in Charlie's old room? But when we went into the room, and kids said it was empty, so I don't know where Uncle Hendrik is staying. He has a dog named Inky. Inky's kind of a cute dog. It's kind of a mean dog. And check it out, we've got portraits of the Kittredge family. Like, this is Aunt Millie, and there's Charlie, and this is Kit. And if you've read the Kit books, you recognize these portraits. They are from the, they're shown at the start of every single book. And on the characters list section. So it's very cute that they included those pictures from the book in the game. I like it. So I kind of have a fun real-life story. Oh, hold on a second. We have one of the nurses. Hi, Miss Finney. How was the hospital today? Hello, Kit. It was tiring. I was there since before dawn. Wow, that's early. Well, you must be tired. I won't keep you down here any longer. See you later, Kit. If Miss Finney was at the hospital since early morning, she couldn't have opened the coop door. So, my real-life funny story about 3 years ago. It was Christmas, and we got a phone call from one of our neighbors. And not like one of our next-door neighbors. This would have been somebody who's like 2 or so blocks over, who's kind of frantic trying to find somebody because chickens were loose in the neighborhood. And everybody was gone on vacation, right? Everybody was gone for Christmas. So, my wife and kids and I spent Christmas chasing down chickens for the elderly neighbor who couldn't chase chickens herself. So it was just a weird way to spend Christmas, is chasing chickens. I never thought I would actually do that. Oh man, yeah, and the one was really a sneaky chicken, just hiding on the side of the hill. And you know, whenever I went to the top of the hill, it would go down to the bottom. And you know, my wife would be at the bottom of the hill and try to capture it. It was just sneaky. And eventually, the chicken got so fed up with us trying to capture it that it ran back home to its normal chicken coop. It turns out the chicken could just hop the fence anytime it wanted to, and it was just annoyed at being chased by us, so it's like, forget this, I'm going back home. And so the chicken just jumped back home. And the owners didn't even realize the chicken was lost. It was, like I said, the elderly neighbor who realized the chickens were lost. Oh, yeah. Okay. So did you see anyone in the yard this morning? The chicken coop door was left open. I'm trying to figure out what happened. I'm afraid I did not. I've been here all morning with my door closed so I could read in quiet. Okay, thanks anyway, Mrs. Hart. Miss Hart. She's not married. I'm pretty sure she's not a suspect. Our next door neighbor does have elderly chickens. When a chicken gets too old, it doesn't lay eggs anymore, and a lot of people get rid of their chickens when that happens. But our neighbor loves animals, and she's like, I'll take your elderly chickens. So one time when we were on vacation, we had our neighbor watch the dog. Our dog, we have a little Pomeranian dog named Luna. She's very, very cute. And she kind of got bullied by the chickens, because she's a little tiny Pomeranian, so she's about the size of a chicken. So the elderly chickens ganged up on her, because they got tired of Luna barking at them and trying to boss them around. So they They ganged up on her. They got her trapped in the corner. Let me see if I can imitate this. So, like, trapped in the corner of the yard with the 3 chickens just standing there. And our little dog just panics because it's like, what do I do? The chickens are out to get me. Oh, Luna, she's just a silly dog. Okay, and those are all the fun chicken stories I have to tell. Let's get back to the mystery. Dad's been looking for a new job every single day, but it's really tough because it's the Great Depression. Everybody's looking for a job. It's very hard to find a job. Let's see, we still need to ask Sterling and, no, we already talked to Mrs. Howard, so I guess we just need to ask Sterling. Hi, Sterling. Hi, Kit. I'm drawing a picture of Grace. Want to see? Awesome. Grace is amazing. That's a great picture. Good thing she's so good at staying in one place. She's kind of a lazy dog. Did you find anything exciting to do? As a matter of fact, I did. Somebody left the chicken coop door open. One of the chickens is lost now. I'm trying to figure out who did it. Ooh, a mystery. Any leads yet? Not really, just asking people if they saw anything. Did you see anything? Nothing about the coop, but I did see your Aunt Millie walking around covered in feathers. She looked just like a chicken herself. She said she was heading to the yard. Really? I gotta see this for myself. Thanks, Sterling. Could Aunt Millie be the culprit? Could Aunt Millie have let all the chickens out and tried to get them back in? Is that why she's covered in feathers? In either case, I can't wait to see this site. I'm gonna do the zoom in thing. Can I zoom in on Grace? Look at her. Oh, she's a basset hound. Alrighty, let's go back outside. Aunt Millie is going to be in the backyard. Oops, I accidentally went into Uncle Hendrick's room. I don't want to talk to Uncle Hendrick. And yeah, the only thing I can do now is talk to Aunt Millie. No. The controls for this game are not the best. I think part of the problem is that you have to go through doors, but every single door is partially opened, so you can get stuck just trying to go through the door. If you go through at the wrong angle, it's like, oh, why can't these doors be fully opened? That would make it a little easier to get from one spot to the other. Well, Aunt Millie is here. And she's covered in feathers, although it's really hard to see that. Let's do the zoom in feature. I still cannot see a single feather on Aunt Millie. Hi, Aunt Millie. Good afternoon, Margaret Mildred. Making good use of the day? Aunt Millie is from Kentucky. I don't know how to do a Kentucky accent. I bet Dad probably has a Kentucky accent because Aunt Millie raised him. Dad was an orphan. Aunt Millie is kind of like, you know, she adopted him. So she's kind of like Kit's grandmother, but everybody calls her Aunt Millie nonetheless. Well, if you aren't, I've got just the thing to show you. So many of our pillows were just about ready to fall apart, so I've been taking the feathers out of the old pillowcases and transferring them into these new pillowcases. I made them from a few extra feed sacks. Look how plump and fresh they are in their new cases. It's kept me busy all morning, but I think it's well worth it. Oh goodness, look at that! Thank you, Aunt Millie. My old pillow lost feathers every time I plopped my head onto it. I knew those chickens would more than pull their weight around here. These cloth sacks that the chicken feed comes in, they have so many uses. When you empty the next feed sack, bring it to me, I'll make you something extra special. Wow, really? For me? I'll be sure to bring you the next one I empty. So that's something from the books. Aunt Millie, she loves Shakespeare, and she's very thrifty. She has made clothing out of old sack bags before. Now, what was it you wanted to ask me? Did you happen to see Sterling and I this morning as we took eggs from the coop? As a matter of fact, I did. I was heading back in from feeding them the last of what was in this cloth sack. You two were very careful to take the eggs gently and then close the latch when you were finished. That's exactly what I wanted to know. See you later, Aunt Millie. So she confirmed I'm not guilty. I didn't leave it open by accident. There, I think I've talked to everyone in the house now. Everybody has a good alibi, but there's still more I could do to solve the mystery. Charlie said I should look at the footprints in the yard for more clues, so that'd be a good place to go next. And that is, in fact, where I'm gonna go next. Right here. This little patch of dirt. I bet these footprints are an important clue to the mystery. It would sure help to have some kind of record of them. I need the help of somebody who can draw a picture for me. Who draws pictures? Sterling! We were just talking to him. He said he drew a picture of Grace. Well, now I'm gonna have him draw a picture of some footprints for me. Alright, back upstairs. Sterling, here he is. Hey Sterling, I need your help with something. I need you to draw some footprints for me. Well, you've come to the right person. What kind of footprints? Come to the yard with me. They're in the mud out there. I'm right behind you. Wait, I don't have much lead left in this pencil. I have a new one, but I haven't seen it in a few days. If you can find it, I'll make your drawing. Well, we found the pencil not too far from that mud patch. It was sticking out of the side of the house. Did he just place it in the side of the house, or what? Is this your pencil? I found it in the yard just now. Wow, it sure is. I lost this days ago. Look, it even survived the rain last night. Thanks, kid. I'll follow you to the backyard. Sterling has a kind of husky voice. That's what they say in the books. Oh, and Grace is coming too! Yes, he has a surprisingly husky voice for a small, skinny boy like him. That's how it's described. Here are the footprints. I need to draw a picture of each one so I can compare it with shoes around the house. Sure thing, this will be easy. I wish we could actually see the footprints. Like, it just looks like green blobs to me. Actually, the entire lawn just looks like green squares. Here you go, kid. There are 4 unique shoe prints in the yard, and there's a set of animal footprints and a whole lot of chicken footprints. Thanks a lot, Sterling. Now that I have a record of the footprints, I have a record of what the footprints look like. I can start investigating shoes from around the house and figure out whose shoes belong to the footprints. I know 2 of them belong to me and Sterling, but to whom do the others belong? And that's going to be the next major part of the game. Like, okay, we talked to everybody, and now we get to find footprints. Grace's feet match the animal footprints in the yard. That makes sense, because she's the only animal around here. So the shoes are a little hard to find. They do glow like this. See those footprints, the shoes there? Yeah, they're glowing. The ones under the bed. Hey, Kit, need something? No, Charlie, I'm not talking to you. I'm examining these shoes. They're Mr. Peck's boots. They are not a match. Alright, let's see if we can find any other shoes. I think maybe we've got some pairs in the kitchen? Yeah, this is hard to actually see the footprints, or the shoes. Shoes are here. Okay, those are shoes that belong to Borders. They don't match any in the drawing. Is that one in the corner there? It's a little tough with Kit's head in the way. Yeah, there are shoes. Of course, seeing those shoes, Aunt Millie's shoes are a match. That makes sense because she was in the yard working with the pillows this morning. It's hard to see those glowing shoes. It's hard to see the shoes, period. But it's hard to see them glowing because they are glowing gray and white, and the shoes are already gray and white. So it's just not very helpful. I think there might have been another pair there by the floor. That looks like a thing. It's hard to see. Let's see if I can get the correct angle. That's just a grate. That's just a floor grate. That's for heating. Okay. Well, it can't be Uncle Hendrik, because he can't walk and he will complain.
I'm sure, if we accuse him of theft. So let's go upstairs. Maybe there are shoes inside the nurse's room. I don't know. I mean, I already said the nurses are innocent, right? Why am I checking out their shoes? I guess just in case? This must be Miss Finney's medical bag. Alright, those are not shoes. This is another medical bag, right? Miss Hart's medical bag. Let's see if there are shoes here by the floor of the bed. No. Can't really tell if there are any shoes here in this little corner area. Running on the wrong side of the door. Have to wonder what they think when they see me just wandering around, walking backwards all the time. Hey kid, need something? No, not right now. Oh, okay. Why can't I just ask him to give me his shoes to confirm those shoes are his? Is that something? No. Is there something on this side of the bed? No. Nothing there. Maybe there are shoes in Mother and Father's room? Let's check our list. Compare Sterling's drawings. You know, it's possible we found all the shoes in the house. I was expecting Kit to say something like, well, those are all the shoes. But she did not. No mother or father shoes, huh? Yeah, this is my least favorite part of the challenge. Trying to find that one random pair of shoes. Well, let's check the kitchen again, maybe. Wait. Is it here by the door? Looked, for a second it looked like there might have been. Yes! There we go, we've got shoes by the door. Oh, I actually have to click on the shoes. Okay, let's go here from this angle. Yeah, that's it. These shoes match the drawing, but there's Dad's shoes. That makes sense because he was in the yard when he found out about the chicken coop door being left open. So the four people were me, Sterling, Dad, and Aunt Millie, and none of us would be guilty, right? So that doesn't make sense. It means one of them left open the door and lied about it. Maybe Sterling messed up with his footprints, or maybe he noticed something when he was drawing them. I don't know. Let's go back to Sterling. Sterling, these footprints belong to Dad and Aunt Millie, and they can't be guilty. So what's up? Is your drawing a failure? Yeah. I don't think they would be guilty either. When I drew the footprints, I noticed the chicken prints overlap certain footprints, but don't overlap others. I can't remember which is which, but maybe that'll help you. Alrighty. So now we're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna examine these footprints in more detail. Because when footprints overlap each other, that means the footprint that's on top was made after the footprint that's on bottom. Look at that, Sterling was right. The chicken footprints are gone where Dad and Aunt Millie stepped, but they overlap Grace's footprints. That means Dad and Aunt Millie came into the yard after the chickens were already out. The chicken footprints overlap Sterling footprints and my footprints from earlier today, meaning they were out after we were here, but I know we closed the latch. That leaves only Grace. Grace's footprints are overlapped by chicken footprints, leaving only her in the yard before the chickens were let out. Aha! So,
The mystery has been solved. Kit has basically solved the mystery. Let's use the solve mystery function here. You tap on the solve mystery button. You've entered solve mystery mode. You need to tap on the person who you think is guilty, then present the evidence. Grace, I think you're responsible for leaving the chicken coop door open. I need to find the 3 pieces of evidence that prove that. There was a whisker found on the latch of the door. Grace's footprints overlap the chicken footprints. They're all overlapped and mixed up. And finally, Grace's foot is the foot that her footprint matches the animal footprints that were mixed up with the chicken footprints. All those 3 things together give us one undeniable conclusion. Grace, I think you opened the chicken coop door and let all the chickens out. My goodness, do you really think it's possible, kids? I do, and I think my evidence proves it. I found a whisker on the latch, which must have gotten there after the rainstorm, or else it would have been washed away. The yard is full of many footprints, but I figured out whom each set belongs to, and some of them are Grace's. And if you look closely at the chicken footprints, they reveal who was in the yard before and after the chickens were out. In most cases, the chicken footprints disappear where they meet a person's footprints, meaning the person came through after the chickens were already out. However, Grace's are the only footprints overlapped by the chicken footprints, besides my own and Sterling's. But you saw us close the latch. That means Grace was the only one to come here through the yard before the chickens were out. That's how I know Grace lifted the latch with her nose and let all the chickens out. Well done, kids! My land, I never would have guessed it. All of this definitely proves one thing. The chicken coop needs a better latch. Oh my heavens! It seems that the lost chicken has found its way back, and it's chasing Grace. All's well that ends well! Congratulations, you helped Kit solve the mystery. You need to complete all 5 mysteries to unlock the final case of the game. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you like this video, check out my other videos, because I am going to solve all 6 mysteries here in American Girl Kit's Mystery Challenge.